So in today's video, we're going to be seeing what the real world differences are between a Stage 1 BMW M140i against a stock car with the use of Dragy. Now what we're going to be doing is taking the BM3 file off of my car to do the stock times, but it's going to be very interesting to see what the actual real world differences are as opposed to just dyno figures. So let's get into the video. Hey up everybody and welcome back to the channel. As you just heard from that little bit of an intro there, in today's video we're going to be testing the BM3 Stage 1 M140i against a stock file. Essentially what I'm going to do is take the laptop out with me when I'm doing the Dragy runs, plug it in after one of the attempts, and then what we're going to do is just re-upload the stock file and do some times on that as well. Now if you don't know what Dragy is, it's a telemetry or a timing device that has got incredibly popular over the last couple of years. And it allows owners to be able to go out onto the road or a private road or anything like that and test the acceleration times or braking times of their car. Now I think this is quite important because a lot of people have just asked me to take my car onto a dyno, and although I could switch the maps and just do one run stock and then one run with BM3 Stage 1, I don't think it'll give you guys the sort of reality of what's actually going on, if that makes sense. And that's not me saying dynos don't have their place in this world, because they do, because unlike dynos, Dragy can't give you a power figure. Now I just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer here. I'm not out here to get the best times that I could possibly get for a Stage 1 car. I'm just going to give you guys a baseline with the stock tune, and I'm going to give you what the results are from the Stage 1 as well. So funnily enough, I did actually do this video the other day. Now Mother Nature wasn't exactly on my side, so I just started filming the intro. It was sunny outside, albeit a little bit damp because it was raining the night before. I went out to the Dragy spot where I was about to do it. I had the BM3 Stage 1 file on the full fat one. There was no boost reduction by gear or anything like that. And I posted a 0 to 60 time of 5.3 seconds. Now you probably sat there at home looking at your phone, looking at your TV or wherever you're watching this video thinking, well, isn't 5.3 seconds slower than stock? And yes, you know, you're completely right, it is. However, as I say, it was damp outside. I was spinning the wheels from first, second and third gear up to 50 miles an hour because we had traction control off. So it was a bit fun in that respect, but we weren't going to get any sort of major times there. So as I was finishing the run, I let the car cool down a little bit. I drove around the roundabout, pulled into a lay-by to put the stock file on, and the heavens just opened. Now luckily for you guys, I've kept that footage, so I'll put that in towards the back end of this video just for a bit of comedic value more than anything else. But today looks a lot better basically. So the ambient temperatures are a little bit higher than what I would ideally like them to be, but because we're doing back-to-back runs, it doesn't make all that much difference because we're going to be doing it under the same conditions. And just for your information, the car will be cruised along just to get a bit of a cooling down before each run, as opposed to not getting heat soak, which is obviously one of the main factors behind getting a slower time, if that makes sense. As I've already said many times throughout this video, I'm not here to do the best Stage 1 time that I could possibly do. If you want to stay tuned for that, and if you want to keep up to date with the journey of this car from stock to 500 brake horsepower and everything in between, including dyno runs, Dragy runs, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm not going to keep on waffling on anymore. As I say, I need to go over to the fuel station to put a bit of a pump of fuel in there. I'll meet you over at the Dragy spot, but before I do, I'd like to say a huge thank you to today's sponsors, Bolt-On Mods. Bolt-On-Mods.co.uk are a leading online performance retailer providing parts and services for BMW, Volkswagen, Seat and Audi. They cater for everything from the M135i to the X6M and everything in between. You can find popular tuning software such as the BM3 and JB4 platforms, alongside fantastic products such as charge pipes, downpipes, exhausts, and even custom tunes from the likes of Jordan Tuned. They even have a fresh stock of the Dodge high-pressure fuel pump upgrades for the N55 and B58 models, allowing you to push the limits of your car even further. Be sure to check out their website. You can find a link down in the description below, and when you order, put JGB in the special notes of your purchase to let them know you came from this video. Okay guys, so we are at the Dragy spot. I need to set up Dragy on my new phone because my other one broke. So whilst I'm doing that, take a look at these clips of me trying to get a good 0 to 60 time in the pouring down rain. But we're just going to pull out now. We're going to put the car into sport mode, sport plus, stop and go. That wasn't great. We span a lot there. We span a hell of a lot. And as you can see, this weather is ridiculous. Getting a relatively straight line, so I don't know how this is going to go. Not too great, as you can quite possibly see. Okay guys, so the Dragy is set up, we're all connected via Bluetooth. It's incredibly easy to do it. All you need to do is go into the Dragy app and click connect, and if the Dragy is in the car, then it will just automatically recognise it. Now I have the Dragy. If you've got one of these BMWs or 1 Series or 140, 135 or whatever you're driving, I've put the Dragy in the little coin tray in front of the 12 volt switch, and that's because it just sits nice and flat. It's not going to be moving anywhere because it's got like a rubber pad on the bottom. But the parameters that we're using today are 0 to 60, 0 to 100 and 60 to 100 as well. So hopefully it'll give you guys a good idea of what the differences are in the real world on roads like these. Now having a look at the road condition, it does look relatively dry. There are some damp spots. Today's video is what we're going to use the benchmark as. So the stock times that we get, that's what we're going to use all the way through this project, all the way through to 500 brake horsepower. And then hopefully at the time when we get to that point, we can then look back to see just how far this car has come. And I'm always interested in finding out more ways to get a better Dragy time, be that changing the PSI of the tyres, short shifting, weight that you can take out and that sort of thing. So if you're somebody who uses Dragy a lot, please let me know down in the comments about suggestions or things that I can do to improve this Dragy time. So first of all, we are going to try it with traction control fully off. It will probably spin a little bit, and I'm thinking it'll spin between first and second gear because obviously that increase in torque will sort of break traction a little bit. So we've got this exciting time now of trying to get out, and there's a truck right in front of me here. You guys can't see it, but it's pretty much taking up the whole exit of the lay-by. So we're just going to squeeze past this truck, and then we are going to wait for a spot to roll out in. So the whole point of what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to roll out, put my foot on the brake. I'm not going to do launch control or anything like that because chances are you guys won't use that on a day-to-day basis anyway. If you are interested in finding out what it's like with launch control, let me know down below and I'm more than happy to test it. And of course keep subscribed and watching these videos to keep up to date with any Dragy times that I put out. Okay, so it seems like we've got a bit of a spot here. So we're going to pull out, put the foot on the brake, make sure we're completely stopped and then gun it. That was a little bit intense. I've got some good times coming through on here, but what I'll do, as I always do, is I'll pull up in the lay-by over there, we'll have a look at the data and then we'll see if we can do another run. Okay, so we've got some interesting data here. So that was with boost reduction by gear at 20% in first and 10% in second. As you could have probably told, it did spin a little bit in first and second gear, so I don't know realistically how much help that's having on it. But the 0 to 60 time was 5.23 seconds, and that was with an incline of 1.53% uphill. So I don't know if there's any Dragy wizards out there that could try and correct that. I don't know. We'll obviously try again to try and get a time that's ideally as level as possible, because then it just gives you the best data essentially. But if we just go on the backhand and have a look on here, I will put this on screen by the way. We did an 1/8 mile in 8.59 seconds. I don't know if that's any good or not. I'm not one of these who goes to a drag strip, although I want to. So 8.59 for the 1/8 mile. And as you can see on the screen now, the 1/4 mile time was 14.46. You will see that there's a huge drop off, probably 2/3 of the way through. And that was simply because the car in front of me, the gap was closing very, very, very quickly, and I didn't want to end up in the back seat of a Ford Fiesta. It's looking positive. I mean, we've got the 0 to 60 time down to 5.23. Again, it wasn't the greatest of runs. I'm quite tempted to try it with traction control on. I know it may hinder it a little bit, but the traction control will give you power where you need it, as opposed to just letting the wheels spin. So we'll try it again. I'm just waiting in another lay-by, funnily enough. So we're going to do 1 or 2 more tries with the boost reduction by gear. Then we'll swap it over to the stock one and we'll have a look to see what we can do with that. Okay, so we're ready for round 2. I'm going to leave the car in sport mode this time. I'm going to try short shifting from first to second. Maybe that will help with a little bit of traction. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'm always open to opportunities and open to ideas from you guys. We've got a bit of a spot here, so I'm just going to pull out. We're going to stop. Make sure the drag is at 0, and then we're going to go. That did feel a little bit better. It did slip a little bit in first, but in second gear we had a little bit of a twinge with the traction control, and then it just went. Okay guys, so I'm just looking at the data now. The 0 to 60 was slightly worse at 5.53, so that may be down to the short shift there, I'm not entirely sure, but it was also on a downslope of 2.69%, so it's not that great in that respect either. The 8th mile time was 8.85, and as I say, I'll put all these onto the screen now, but I'm just looking at the graph and there's a bit of a spike down at the end, and I'm not sure exactly why that is. It could be the road condition or whatever you can look at. There's also a 0 to 100 of 10.37, and I think what I'm going to be overcritical about here is that I'm comparing this car to the Golf R, and I think that's simply because I did Dragy times on that as well. I did 0 to 60, which was 3.75 seconds, really quick for a stage 1 car, and I've got to remember that this car isn't here to be a traffic light sprinter. It's not designed to get off of the line incredibly quickly. It's going to be quicker than the Golf R, you know, further through the rev range, if that makes sense. And the 60 to 100 time here is 4.84 seconds. And I can't remember exactly what the Golf R did, but I did a video on it, so I'll put it on here now just so you guys can see it. So hopefully it's a bit of a difference in that respect, because this does definitely have, and I can categorically say, it is faster in gear than the Golf R. The Golf R is quick off the line, perfect. You know, if you want that sort of thing, then that's a car for you. And of course, the first run we did was 5.23 seconds, 0 to 60 with a stage 1 tune. And this is by BM3, it's an off-the-shelf map, it's nothing custom. But what I'm quite inclined to do is to get in touch with Pro Tuning Freaks and see if they can make a couple of tweaks, maybe to make this quicker, I don't know. We're going to do one more run with this stage 1 file on it, then we're going to change it over to the stock file, just so we can see just how much difference that this has made. Now hopefully, because it's the same conditions, of course there's not much power going through the rear wheel, so it may not spin as much, the time should reflect that in that respect. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do one more probably off camera just so I can keep concentrated, and I'll catch up with you guys once we're changing it over to the stock tune. Okay guys, so we've done another 0 to 60 with the BM3 stage 1, and we did a 5.6 seconds. Now we are still spinning first and second gear, which is going to be the sort of Achilles heel of doing something like this with a car with this power to the rear wheels. So I'm just about to pull over to change over to a stock file, and I think that's what we're going to use as the benchmark, is the 5.2 that we did at the very beginning. And I know that's slower than what's advertised as standard, but it will still give you guys an idea of what the differences are of the stage 1 tune. Over time, in different videos, I will mention the different Dragy times that we do just to keep you guys up to date, so stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to whip the laptop out now just so I can change the tunes over, and then we can get on with setting some stock times. Now I'm probably not going to film them simply because it's just me doing 0 to 60s over and over again. So what I'm probably going to do is just round up at the end, once we've got all of the times together, once we're going to do the comparison, and we'll see what the differences are. If you want to keep up to date with the Dragy things that I do outside of YouTube, so sometimes I might get up on a, you know, early on a Sunday morning or something and come out and do some, be sure to go follow me on Instagram, and that will be down below as well. But give me 2 seconds, I'll get all of the map changed over. It only takes a couple of minutes. I just need to set up a hotspot on my phone just for my laptop to connect to, and I'll come back to you guys once we've got the stock times. Okay guys, so we've got some interesting figures here. I was having a bit of an issue with the actual GPS on the Dragy, because although I was out in the middle of the road, stopped dead, it was saying I was doing 1 or 2 miles an hour. So what ended up happening is when I went to go do the run, it'd then say my 0 to 60 time is like 17 seconds or something. So the times that I've got here, so I've just done one then, which was a 0 to 60 is 7.19 seconds. And that's on a -6% slope, and that's with a stock tune on it. Now, I am having a lot of issues with grip, a load of issues with grip. So it's currently running Michelin Pilot Super Sports, 235 in the back and 225 in the front, I believe, with around 4mm, 5mm left of tread. So maybe it's down to the tyres, because I just can't get grip whatsoever. Even in the stock tune, it's fishtailing all over the place, which isn't ideal for a time like this. The car is just spinning and spinning and spinning all the way up into 3rd gear, and with the stock tune it's only spinning up into 2nd gear, but of course we've got less acceleration, so the time does reflect that as well. Now there's one metric here which we can measure, which is the 8th mile time. I've just got one then which is 10.37. Now the other ones were 8.5 I think, and 8.7 maybe. I'll put them up onto the screen now. So just in terms of that, there is a huge difference between stock and stage 1. Now I guess I'm going to get flamed somewhat because somebody out there is going to sit there and comment on this video saying, oh well, your 0 to 60 times are terrible, or your car's slow, or well, BM3 doesn't really do much for it. But we're not exactly in optimal conditions here, guys. We've got a greasy, dampish road. It doesn't look dry. It's not that sort of light grey colour. It is dark grey, and it does look like there is something on there. We've got Michelin Pilot Supersport tyres, which, as I've already mentioned in many videos, that they are great if you are in perfect conditions. If it's warm, the road's warm, the tyres are warm, you'll have loads of grip. But if you're in anything other than optimal conditions, they do slide a bit. So if there's any grease or any dampness or anything like that, they will slide. Now what I'm quite interested in doing is changing these tyres out for maybe the Goodyear Super Sports or the Eagle Super Sports, whatever you want to call them, or the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, and doing this again just to see if it is the tyres that are doing this. I've got a funny feeling that this car could probably have a sub 4.5 second 0 to 60 in it, but we just need the right conditions, we need the right tyres, we need the right sort of temperature, we need the right intake temperature. There's all these sort of metrics and variables that go into getting a good time. Okay guys, so to round out this video, because my GoPro is screaming at me saying that there's no storage left, I want to give you guys some figures to work from. It'll also give me some figures to work from as I do more things to this car. So the best 0 to 60 time that we got with the BM3 Stage 1 was 5.23 seconds. Now that was with a 1.5% incline, so it's not exactly optimal in that respect. And we also got a best time of an 1/8 mile, 8.59 seconds. Now if we're looking at the stock car, the best stock time I got 0 to 60, given all of these conditions that we've got out here, was 7.19 seconds. Now that was with a -6% slope. Now you got to give or take Dragy's sort of incline measurement, if you want to say that, because sometimes it can be a little bit off. And that was the same road as what I did this previous 0 to 60 on with the 5.23, and that said 1.5% incline. Now the best 1/8 mile that we got with the stock tune was 10.37 seconds. So that was 2 seconds behind, or just under 2 seconds behind, and that was with a -4% down slope. Again, take these slopes into consideration when you're looking at times here as well, but it definitely gives us some stock times to work from. But as I say, if you want to keep up to date with the things that I'm doing with the Dragy, I may drop it in a video here and there, then subscribe to the channel, let me know your Dragy times down below and any ways that I can optimise what I'm doing here, and of course go and follow me on social media so you can keep up to date with all the stuff we're doing with this car. But thank you so much for watching this video, your viewership is always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.